And we're back again. I don't know if I'm just feeling extra saucy because I'm wearing my Ramon shirt today, or what the deal is, but actually I've got a lot of spare time on my hands right now, which is about to end because things are going to get super crazy here pretty quickly, and I want to make these videos as kind of a contribution to try and, as previously stated, help women who have been through similar situations and might not know exactly where to look. I don't want to really get into the sexual abuse thing because I don't want this to be that long a video. And that's a long, ugly topic. But I do want to talk about being Rohyponoled. For anyone who's ever had this experience, I'm going to give you a couple of tips to start out with on how to possibly avoid it. I have been Rohyponoled twice. I have been drugged with something that was so strong that I can't even identify it once when I was at a nightclub in London that is no longer open called The End. Anyway, in the United States, I've been Rohyponoled twice. And my suggestions are obviously trying to stay away from date rapists. That's really an option, like you can smell them or something. If only they give off an odor. But if you go to bars, try and get closed drinks. Watch your drinks closely. Be leery. I'm weary. I didn't sleep very well last night. Be leery of people who are kind of lingering around your drinks, maybe. Just try and kind of generally be cautious. If you go to the toilet, take your drink with you. In my particular situation, I had moved out to LA. Shocking. I'd moved out to Los Angeles to stay with my best friend. My best friend had immediately left. And on the phone one day called this guy. And he seemed like a really nice, charming, super affable Ted Bundy type, apparently. He was super friendly, super nice, super outgoing. Me being an incredibly naive, young, 20-year-old girl with practically zero sexual experience, thought, oh, well, he says he has a girlfriend who I can hear talking in the background, who's clearly fine with him talking to me on the phone, because he's called to speak with my friend and she's not there, so who's this new person? Oh, we're getting to meet each other, because mostly when I lived in the U.S., I had lived out in the country, and just folk were friendlier in the country. Anyway, yeah, so long story short, we hang out. One night, we go to the movies. I was actually warned by my friend's mother. She said I wouldn't even walk to the corner store with him. But then she hung out with us one night, and we all went to the movies together, and she treated him fine, so I thought, well, certainly then he must at least be safe enough to hang out with other people. So one night, a couple nights later, he calls. I'm sitting around doing nothing. He's like, hey, you want to come over and watch a movie? My girlfriend's at work right now on shift as a waitress, but she'll be off soon. Surely you can, hang out. We'll watch a movie. She'll get here. We'll all hang out. Things will be straight. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. So I go over, and it's, oh, hey, to eat pills. You want to try this pill, and it's super chill and super relaxed, and at the time, kind of like whatever. So I take this pill, and he's like, oh, here, and drink this beer. And I drink this beer. Now, Rohyponol is effective as a date rape drug only essentially, if I'm not entirely mistaken, I believe this is fairly right, when mixed with alcohol. It has to, because there's something between the reaction of the two that essentially annihilates you for 8 hours, and you have no idea what's going on. I proceeded to drink the beer and essentially come to consciousness 8 hours later with him on top of me in the middle of saying, no, no, no. I was conscious of myself coming back into reality saying these words as he was trying to go down on me. it had been a long time, because when it had started, the sun had gone down. I think I'd gotten over there at about 9 or 10 o'clock at night, maybe even earlier, and now the sun was up, or coming up, and we were in the bedroom. I was on bed. I still had most of my clothing on. I'm not going to get any more into it than that. What I am going to say is that know that this stuff is easily accessible. If you come to Southeast Asia, it is incredibly accessible. There are other drugs that have similar effects. There is a new drug that is absolutely horrifying. You can watch videos about it on YouTube. It's something that originated in South America. It's a plant, and all you essentially have to do is blow it in someone's face. They just have to inhale it, and you literally turn them into like an obedient slave. It's like giving them a lobotomy and putting a leash around their neck. One guy hung out with a couple of prostitutes in South America, did some of it, and woke up in his apartment completely empty, had emptied all his bank accounts, had helped them move all the furniture out. He went downstairs to the doorman and was like, "Hey man, what the hell happened? I'm in my flat, all the furniture is gone, I've been robbed." And the doorman looked at him stunned and was like, "You came down and asked me to help you move the furniture out." Like, that's how conscious you can be and how functional you can be on this drug, yet be completely under someone else's control. It is terrifying to me. There is some version of it over here. I can't even imagine what that must be like. If it's worse than Rohyponol and worse than whatever else it was that I experienced, as I said, when I was in London. The Rohyponol experience is terrifying on a lot of levels because you don't have full memory. It's not like you can say, then he did this, and this is how he got me into the position and that. I literally came to at a point in it. I also think that maybe some past sexual abuse issues might have fed into me kind of blocking some stuff out. But essentially everyone and anyone who's ever been Rohyponol discusses the same experience. And it's basically just complete loss of whatever inhibition you might normally have. I don't even know. I mean, I guess I had the wherewithal to fight back. I don't really remember. I had taken Rohyponol previously once, not knowing what it was, as kind of a party thing with some friends in Louisiana. And they had to tell me stories of what happened the night before. Like, somebody drove my car home, I was dancing in a corner, I woke up in a bed in a cuddle puddle full of my friends. Like, nothing had happened, but we just were all just, apparently, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. And that's the thing about Rohyponol, is you don't really know. So, I just want to warn everybody that that's a real thing. It happens. It gets done. There are stronger, new and improved, as previously described, substances that will rock your world. That same guy that I was just describing in South America was taken to several ATMs, and the only reason he knew was because there was video of him literally pulling out his credit card, ATM card, debit cards, and emptying his accounts. And they had literally just suggested it. Like, you literally just have to be like, hey, let's go and empty all your accounts and take all your money. And by the way, we're going to take your furniture while we're at it. Help us move it and get the doorman. And you'll do it. And it's hard to believe that any drug could possibly be that powerful, but it exists. It's real. It is. So there it is. Again, you know, I'm going to post this on YouTube. If you have any questions, comments, down below there and stuff. But yeah, if you've had a similar experience. You know what I'm talking about.